Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Florida Business Forum, Florida's #1 business forum podcast. Here's your information guru and anchorman, Sam Yates.
Wow!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Florida Business Forum. I'm Sam Yates, your information guru, and as the information guru, what I really like doing is finding other gurus. And if I could even speculate that the plural of gurus might be gurai, I'm just going to leave it at that, and whatever that happens to be, if it's gurus or if there even is a plural, I think it sounds plural enough as it is. But I have a special guest today, and Amberly Bucci is someone very special because she is into the digital marketing realm. And we're going to talk about what she is doing because I think you're going to find it very, very interesting, especially if you are a business person in the areas that she's going to be doing some very informative seminars and forums. So, Amberly, welcome to the program today.
Thank you, Sam, for having me.
I firmly believe that the way to properly get to know people and build that network is just that, getting to know people. So tell us a bit about yourself.
Sure, yeah. So I'm Amberly Bucci. I'm a digital marketer. I just hit 17 years in digital marketing, working with some great brands, so global brands, small businesses. And what I do is I help businesses get found online and creatively tell their story and connect with their customers and grow their business. I've worked with some great global brands such as Margaritaville and Disney World and Samsung, but my favorite is working with the small local businesses. As a small business owner myself, I know the struggle that you can have with marketing. It can be overwhelming. So that's really where my passion lies, is helping the local small businesses grow online.
Those are some great brand names, so that adds credibility to everything that you are doing. Now, the seminars and the marketing activities you have coming up. I know you and I have been talking about it for our audience. We've been talking for a couple of weeks here, and I wanted to make sure we got this in so that we could give proper notification to your events. Where and when are your events coming up?
Sure, yeah. So it's called the Digital Marketing Conference, and it's a one-day event to help small business owners and entrepreneurs and business owners and marketers learn how to grow their business online. So the event is going to be in 3 different cities: in St. Pete, October 10th, Sarasota, October 22nd, and Fort Myers, October 29th. We have an incredible lineup of speakers. They are experts in their fields. And it's a one-day event that covers everything in digital marketing. So email marketing, Google, social media, content, video, AI. Consider it a crash course, a boot camp in marketing to help you grow your business online.
I love that. Now, that's where and when. The how can someone get in touch with you is most important too. Tell us how.
Yeah, so you can find more information on the event. It's called the Digital Marketing Conference, and the website is thedigitalmarketingconference.com. You can also find us on social media, so Facebook and Instagram. We are going to be sharing some of the topics and content and speakers that will be there at the event. And it's a lot of fun. Not only is it an educational experience, it's also a networking experience. So some of the speakers go out into the audience, and we have networking opportunities. So it's a great way to connect with others in the local community. I know that one of the attendees in the past, they told me they got business from some of the other attendees and also started working with the speakers. So it's a really fun event. I know that people leave with pages and pages of notes to help them grow their business online. So it's just not us talking at you, it's also interactive. So it's a really fun experience.
And one of the things that I heard recently was you have to engage in intentional networking. So this is intentional networking at its utmost. So what's the cost? That's always a factor. People want to know what they are going to be investing. How much am I investing and what's my return going to be?
Sure, that's a great question. So I really wanted these events to be accessible to everyone. I know that sometimes as you're starting your business, I've been there as a small business owner. Sometimes it's not accessible to afford really expensive programs. So that's why I created this event. There are two ticket prices. One is $199 and the other is $299. So quite affordable when you consider what marketing programs may cost. And the value is incredible. If you learn just one strategy that you can take away that can help you grow customers for a long time, it's well worth the value.
Sometimes I'm painted as a serial entrepreneur. I'm not sure if that is good or bad, but one thing that I can tell everyone who is listening or watching the Florida Business Forum is that Amberly is right. If there is one thing, when you go to a conference like this, try to take away at least one thing and capitalize on it. And you'll find that indeed you can make a lot of money off of those tiny ideas. And sometimes they are just that, the tiny ideas. But from a digital marketing standpoint, the landscape, Amberly, seems to be changing almost daily. Fair
Yes.
statement?
Absolutely. Yes. I couldn't agree more. So I actually started digital marketing 17 years ago. So back then, I was going out and speaking and training businesses to just get a Facebook page. And so now things have changed drastically since then. I started my agency 7 years ago with a passion of educating small business owners how to grow online. And throughout that time, every year, marketing is changing so fast. I think one of the biggest things that we're seeing these days is AI. And, some people might be scared of AI, but I'm here to teach you that if you can learn the tools and combine the power of human and these tools together, it can significantly help grow your business and create efficiency, save time, and help you level up in a way that you never thought before. So that's one of the biggest changes that I've seen before these days. And also with a lot of short form video. So I think that's very, very powerful for small businesses to get out there and share their story. If you see on social media now, so many businesses are jumping on this trend. So that's a big part of the conference is teaching the attendees how to create videos, what tools to use, how to create a powerful story that's compelling and connects with your audience on an emotional level. So definitely video and AI. And then the third thing I would say is targeted advertising. So a lot of businesses don't realize the power of targeted advertising on social media. So if you know who your audience is, location, demographics, interests, you can actually put that into Meta and specifically say, okay, here's a short form video. Let's say you're a gym and you want to target people for a Pilates class. You can target people that are 20 to 55 years old within a 5 mile radius who love to be healthy and work out, or people who have landed on your website before. So targeted advertising, AI, and short form video are the three strategies that I would say that are very, very powerful.
I want to come back to AI for just a moment, but before I do, right now is again one of those perfect spots to let people know how to get in touch with you, both from the vantage point of the upcoming seminars, three on the southwest coast of Florida, but also for your agency. How may they get in touch with you?
Yes, so my agency, you can find me at amberlybucci.com, AMBERLYBUCCI.com. All of my information is on there, and you can reach out via the contact page. And you can also find me on social media. My handles are Amberly Bucci on Instagram and Amberly Bucci Digital Marketing on Facebook.
All right. Now, I having had that same background, I'm not here to promote what I used to do and still do, but I think
Mhm.
that when we take a look at what you are doing,
Mhm.
many times those new ideas are just like drinking from a fire hose. Do you find that as you're talking to potential clients or existing clients, sometimes it's a little confusing for them, and you have to say, no, wait a minute, let's really look at the nuts and bolts of that, of how we're doing it. How do you go about getting that explanation down to a really understandable level?
Yeah, Sam, that's a really good point because there's so much with digital marketing. So it can feel very overwhelming sometimes. So that's why what we do, we start the conference. The first session is called Digital Marketing Strategy. So what we do is we break it down into 8 steps. So what I do, it's digital marketing strategy, everything from laying out the foundation to, the fundamentals of the basics of who your audience is, what platforms you're going to be on, what your messaging is. So we really take a complex topic and break it into small, actionable, understandable, bite-sized pieces where people can see the order of how you're supposed to do marketing and make it a lot more clear. So that really is the goal for the attendees, is to inspire them and educate them and make it realistic that they can do this on their own by breaking it down into simple formats for them.
Now, on Amberly's behalf, I'm going to jump in here as sort of the gray beard in the crowd today and say, we are at that time of year where you should be formulating your marketing plan for the next year. End of year is coming up. You need to get those budgets in. This is the perfect time to listen to what she is going to be saying in the seminars. And I go out on a limb here, but I would bet that you could even help them develop the budgets they need for the upcoming year.
Absolutely. Yes, that's something that I work with. And just for a benchmark, typically we say 10 to 15% of your revenue should be reinvested back into your business. And so I work with businesses to develop not only their budget, but their digital marketing plan. So I offer digital marketing blueprints. So I go in and audit all of what they're doing online. So everything from content to video, their websites, and email marketing, and then put together a strategy. So a very custom specific plan for them. So yes, I do help with budgets and I do help with the digital marketing planning. I'm also a college instructor at 2 colleges and I mentor students. So I help as well. So if you want to do this on your own, I can be there as a one-on-one instructor to kind of hold your hand and walk you through it to teach you how to do it on your own.
Back to AI. For many of us in the industry, not all
Yeah.
of us, but for many of us, we get it. AI is here. But there are some, I'm sure, that are going, oh, woe is me. AI is going to take over everything that I'm doing. Not
Mhm.
true. It's not going to do that, is it?
Right. Yes, I can understand the fear behind it, but honestly, I think there's some things that humans offer that AI just can't do. They can't build that relationship. They don't know how, you need humans to prompt these AI tools and use them to their best capabilities. So I think a combination is where the magic is going to happen. So some tools that I use are ChatGPT, Claude. There's a really fun one called Descript for videos. And now Canva has AI integrated into it. I'm going to be doing some fun webinars on AI coming up for SCORE, and then also teaching an AI session during the conference. So it's really exciting, AI, what it can do. Me personally, and for my clients in my agency, it has saved hours and hours of time creating content and ad campaigns and videos. So I'm really excited to share all that I've learned with AI and to teach others how they can incorporate and leverage it for their business.
I always look at AI as that new employee that
Yes.
we're going to bring into our organization without all the onboarding hassle, somewhat. But I think it's a marvelous tool, and I will tease a little something that I have coming up in the future.
Mhm.
Amberly, I'm not sure if you and I have talked about it, but the Human AI Company is a new business that
Mhm.
we have launched this year. Very, very behind the scenes. It right now is a
Mhm.
dark business, but we'll be
Mhm.
rolling that out in the next year. And it will tie in with a lot of things that you are doing and a lot of the things that I am doing. And I think we live in an absolutely wonderful time to take
Mhm.
advantage of AI. So AI is an important part of your conference. One more time, when will those conferences be happening, where, and cost?
Yes. Well, first off, I'm very excited for you. So good luck with that. That's very, very exciting.
I'll
AI, I
keep you
say, is a
posted.
24/7 marketing assistant that never calls out of work and never sleeps. It's amazing. And to answer your question about the events are going to be held in October. So October 10th in St. Pete, and October 22nd in Sarasota, Florida, and October 29th in Fort Myers, Florida. So there's 3 cities to choose from.
Those cities, as I look at them from a geographic standpoint and keep up with them from a news standpoint, which is another one of my hats, which is why we do the Florida Business Forum, they're growing. They seem to be getting not only the new entrepreneurs, but a lot of already established businesses are saying, now's a great time to expand. Are you seeing the same thing there from your
Mhm.
experience?
Absolutely, yes. I think there's a lot of push to leverage innovation and technology. When I first moved to Sarasota in 2008, it was a different world, and you're starting to see more and more startups and networking groups and business groups like Sarasota Tech, and just people really getting involved with the technology industry. So that's where I wanted to jump in. I saw a market. There was not a digital marketing conference here in the area. So I saw a need for a lot of business owners to want to learn digital marketing and know live events. So that's where this idea came from. And yeah, I'm excited. This is the 3rd year we're doing this. So we started in Sarasota for 1 year, first year. The second year was in Fort Myers, and this year we're expanding to 3 cities, and next year we're going to 12 cities. So we're just
Wow.
growing, and I couldn't be happier.
That means that you have a vision. That means that you have a plan. Wait a minute. That almost sounds like what you're telling the folks coming to the seminars that they should be doing. So I commend you on that. Um,
Thank you.
Thinking way ahead, what
Mhm.
do you think the future of the marketing industry holds for businesses here in Florida and worldwide for that matter?
Yeah, I think it's going to continuously change. It's inevitable that things are going to change, but some of the foundations will always stay the same. So, the need, as we talked about, of having a digital marketing strategy, that will always stay the same. Although some of your tactics and strategies may change, having a tangible plan written down that you can look at for the annual year and then also breaking it into quarters is going to be powerful. But going into the future, I think people are going to jump on the trend of AI after they get past the fear, and they're going to love it. They're going to see that it saves them time, it helps them grow their business. I can't even say how many hours that these tools have helped me. So AI is definitely going to be the way of the future. So now is the time to learn it. If you don't learn it, your competitors are going to, and you don't want to fall behind. So it's important to invest in yourself, in your education, and to learn these tools and be open to it and to see how it can help you grow. And I'm excited to see, what the years, what will come over the next few years.
I think it's going to be an exciting time. And
Yes.
when you talk to people who are wanting to make their business succeed, another
Mhm.
little piece of advice for all of you who may be thinking of, should I take part in these forums? Should I not take part in these forums? When you are looking at the tools to use to grow your business, you
Mhm.
need to make sure you use all of the tools that Amberly is talking about and bring them to the table with you when you're doing business. Because if you're not at the table, you're most likely going to be on the menu and your competitors will be eating you alive. So you've got to do those things, folks. So again, Amberly, locations, dates.
Yes, well said, by the way. So the Digital Marketing Conference is going to be in St. Pete, October 10th at USF. I'm actually touring the venue today. I'm very excited for that. And October 22nd in Sarasota, Florida at the Nathan Benderson Tower, second floor. And October 29th in Fort Myers at the Collaboratory. So really beautiful venues.
And how they may get in touch with you.
They can find me on my business website, amberlybucci.com, and also the digitalmarketingconference.com.
Very good. Now, the most difficult question of the entire program, because I'm going to be watching you to see where you go with everything, because you absolutely have captured my curiosity to see how all this turns out. So that said, will you be back on the program for a future episode?
Absolutely. If you'd love to have me back, I would be glad to and give you a recap of how the events went and how we're continuing to grow. And maybe we can bring some of our guests or attendees on as well so they can share what they learned.
You know how she got that little hook in there? Not only did she say, yes, I will be on the program in the future, but I may bring some guests. So absolutely, absolutely. And for those guests that you may have, if they want any insight into the podcasting industry, I would certainly be glad to lend my expertise to that. So, Amberly, thank you very much for being here. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to strongly encourage you to consider these forums because digital is where we are today, and it is the future that we all face and should embrace. Amberly, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Sam. I appreciate it.
And I am Sam Yates, your information guru for the Florida Business Forum. Amberly, thank you for being here. And until our next episode, have a great day, everybody. You've been listening to Florida's #1 Business Forum podcast. Thanks for listening. Until our next episode, stay tuned for more business.